Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am Tori, better known as Storytime with Tori Time. I'm not very well known, but that will not stop me from yapping, okay? A little bit ago, I did a 6-month update of being on Zoloft, and one singular person requested that I do an updated version of that. People's princess. Hey, I'm giving the people what they want. So this is my year plus update of being on Zoloft. It took me a while to film it because lazy. So if you didn't know, Zoloft is an SSRI. It's a medication that is used to treat PTSD, PMDD, anxiety, depression, OCD. For a quick overview, I was on Zoloft in 2019, but I was in the transition of college and all of that, and so I kind of fell off of taking it. Big mistake. But you know, you live and you learn. That's just how life is. Sometime in late 2022 or early 2023, I started taking Zoloft again, and it was genuinely the best thing I've ever done for myself, like ever. Being on Zoloft has greatly improved my quality of life. Sob story incoming, okay? I was literally like drowning in anxiety. I was having night terrors. I couldn't sleep. I could barely go to the grocery store without nearly having a panic attack. It was like miserable. Life was really miserable. There was one time where I did not leave my bed for a week because I just felt so depressed. Depression and anxiety, for some people, they go hand in hand. I'm one of the lucky ones, okay? Yes, they go hand in hand for me too. I just laid in bed for a week. My boyfriend cooked for me, brought me my meals. For so long, I just felt like I was a shell of myself. That in and of itself is quite depressing because you're like, who am I? Where did she go? Where did my sparkle go? It feels horrible. And then I just felt like I had a constant brain fog because of the anxiety. I felt like I couldn't focus. I couldn't see straight. Girl, it was a whole thing. If you want to know more details in that, like the moment I decided to get on it, you can click up here and you can watch my 6-month update. But if not, girl, let's just buckle in for the rest of this. So anyways, I got on Zoloft and it was really difficult for me at first. I was sleeping anywhere from 10 to 16 hours a day, but it kind of felt good. I don't know if any of you have read the book, My Year of Rest and Relaxation. It felt like that book was like me for a month. Well, not to that extent, but it was good for me. It was what I needed in the moment. And eventually my body got used to the medication and now I sleep like 7 to 9 hours every night. And also this like coma I felt like I was in, it just felt like finally I could rest. Constant anxiety is exhausting. I'm going to the grocery store. It's not like I'm going to war, but like my body felt like it was, I guess. And of course, with any medication you take, there are risks of side effects. And that is where your doctor comes in. That's not where you go to YouTube for your medical advice. Like, this is a personal experience, but you know, like you gotta talk to your doctor about this, okay? I'm not a medical professional. I'm just a girl on YouTube yapping very passionately, but I'm just a girl on YouTube. You should talk to your doctor if you're interested in this because there are different doses. I am on the highest dose. I am on 100 milligrams of Zoloft. So anyways, as I said earlier, Zoloft has truly changed my life. It is not the end all be all. It is not a fix all. Sometimes when people get on medication, they think it will fix everything, but that is not how it works at all. It is a tool in your tool belt. That is, I think, the best way to think about it. So for me, Zoloft quieted the constant noise of anxiety, like the constant buzz, a little bee of anxiety flying around me constantly. It really significantly cut down on that noise. It helped me get to a place where I could help myself, and helping myself looked like getting into therapy. My therapist did break up with me, and that is girl, that's trauma. That's a different story for a different time because I'm not here to fearmonger, but just know that my therapist did break up with me and it was devastating. I'm stronger because of it. But like, actually, the therapy did really help. I journal at least once a week. Journaling is such a great outlet for me. It might not be for everyone. And I also started doing a bullet journal so I keep track of my habits so that I stay on track and taking care of myself. Of course, like I said, Zoloft is a tool. I still feel very real human emotions, okay? I grieve. I get sad. I have arguments with my boyfriend. It doesn't stop the emotions. It just makes it easier to process them. Yes, now what? Like, what do we do to help ourselves? It's a different experience for everyone, but this is how it was for me, aka this is why this is my personal experience on Zoloft. I don't take Zoloft to feel nothing. I take Zoloft Zoloft to feel everything. I think that phrase alone really encapsulates how I feel. And I'm her number one fan, okay? I love Zoloft. Before Zoloft, I feel like I didn't have very many hobbies. I had my YouTube channel, but besides that, it was like such a shell of myself. So now I'm like taking up sewing and I'm getting into cooking, and I love watching video essays. I love going for walks. I love hanging out with my friends now. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So this is why people are like, wow, maybe life isn't that bad. It's pretty bad. Speaking of bad, I do want to talk about something else regarding my 6-month update. So that video was controversial. It was not controversial in the comment section, but it was controversial in my real life. There are people I know that didn't understand it. They had opinions for sure about anxiety medication, this generation, all of that. You know how it goes. I think it's valid to criticize something, but to be closed-minded and not be open to learning, that's when I'm like, okay. And I am only human, so I can say that it didn't greatly affect me, but it did upset me. Like, I would be lying if I said it didn't hurt my feelings, because I'm like, this is me talking about how great it is and how much it has helped me personally, and people will still be like, that's the easy way out. The thing is, girl, who cares? You have your own opinions and your opinions are wrong. I don't know if I can say that, but it's not far off from how I feel. And I just feel like when people's minds are so closed, they're not open to listening. They just want to argue. I'm like, okay, well, this isn't a conversation for me because you're so unwilling to change or learn. Really, there's no help for you and I pity you. And I know that is a little bit harsh, but truly, this is my body. I'm doing something solely for myself. It does not affect anyone. If anything, it affects people positively around me because I'm not a shell of myself. There's always someone out there who's not going to like what you're doing, and that's not going to change anything that I'm doing. It won't stop me from taking the medication, and it will not stop me from talking about the medication, because I know there's people out there who are in families that are like that. I have family members like that as well, and it's easy to be like, I don't care because I live far away. I'm not living at home with them, and it's not my parents. My parents are very supportive of me and I love them. And this is something, like I said, that has greatly changed my life and has made such a positive impact on me. A little bit of criticism is not going to stop me from doing any of this. So something else I really want to touch on, which is crazy how they interlace. Let's talk about politics. Everyone's favorite. Politicians should not be able to control what medication I am taking. Any questions? Someone so unqualified should not be doing that. No. A politician in office deciding anything about my body or my health is egregious. And I could do a video essay for an hour long on that, but I won't, because that just like kind of cuts up my point very simply right there. So to kind of wrap all of that up, I do not take Zoloft lightly. It is not the end-all be-all of anxiety or even depression or OCD or any other mental illness, but it is a stepping stone. The thing is, it may not be for everyone, and that is okay because there are other options, and I think everyone should explore all the options they have in regard to wanting to get help with their anxiety or their depression or their OCD, XYZ. I just want to say that there is no shame in taking any kind of medication. This is your life. You only have one life. If you need to take medication for mental health to make your life a life that you actually want to live and enjoy, there's no shame in that whatsoever. Thankfully, the shame and stigma around mental health and medication in general, it has like significantly lessened. And that is because of, I think in particular, like content creators who are open about their struggles and stuff like that. For a while, it's been destigmatized, or I guess lessened. And I am forever grateful for anyone who has been open. I think it's brave and it's really inspiring. But I will say this, with the way our country and our politics and our policies have gone more right-leaning, more conservative, there is kind of a movement to make it stigmatized again, which is mind-boggling to me. And it's like taking several steps back. And so I especially wanted to make this video because, girl, I'm gonna keep talking about it. And how you normalize something is you keep talking about it and you do your own research. You use your own brain. You say, let's critically think about this. Let's intellectually think about this. But also use the power of the dollar and use the power of your vote to vote politicians into office that have the same views as you. Even talking about this stuff with your family, friends, anything like that, just don't let the conversation die. I essentially just am here to tell everyone watching this that I see you, and that if no one supports you taking control of your mental health in a healthy way, a way that is not harmful to you or other people around you, I 100% support that. Mental health is not just medication, it's also therapy, it's journaling, it's exercise, it's eating healthy. There's so much that goes into it. I encourage anyone who has been thinking about medicine, talk to your doctor about it, preferably someone who takes you seriously and actually listens to you. I know that's a lot to ask for in this day and age, but it's worthwhile. And obviously, I am not a doctor. I mean, maybe that's not obvious, but I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm just talking about my personal experience. And if this helps even one person, I am happy and I am proud. And I want to keep these conversations going because they are very, very important. And even if it doesn't help anyone, it meant a lot to me. And so I will take that any day, I guess. Do your own research, take your own self seriously, take your mental health seriously. You've got this. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. This is not my normal content, but it is something I'm passionate about. So I'm like, I'll just make a video. Yeah, so I hope to see you next time. Bye.